Baruch atah Asherah Anat Melecha Ha'olam Asher Kiddishanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu L'yitativ L'tzitzit. Good morning, friends. How are you all doing today? So today will be like every other day. It's snowing outside, and I am glad to be in here with you. So we will say the Shema and the Vahafta, and we will read a bit from the Descent of Inanna, as we've been doing, and then we will say Arati and Kaddish, and then we will conclude. It's a good way to start the day. I like starting the day this way anyway. I'm very glad you're here. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Vahafta et Anat Elohecha ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר נוחים מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. וחיה כי הביאך אלוהיך אל הארץ אשר נשבע לאבותיך לאברהם ליצחק וליעקב לתת לך ערים גדולות וטובות אשר לא בנית ובתים מלאים כל טובה אשר למילאת וברות הצבים אשר לא הוספת כערים וזיתים אשר לא נתת והלכת ושבת הישמר לך פן תשכח את יראה אשר תישך מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. Listen, Israel. Yahweh Eloheinu Asherah Echad. All these are one. Right? So we repeat this message that the various divinities of Southwestern Asia can be unified and conceived of in a single concept. Right? And then you fast forward 1,000 years, 2,000 years, and instead of the various Southwestern Semitic deities, you have the totality of everything. All of existence, all of creation, all of the universe, all of the cosmos, all of it, in some sense, is just one unitary thing of which you are also. I don't know what to do with that. Experience it? Appreciate it? Think it's all ludicrous? Despair at the insignificance of it all? All of them. All of that. Every possible response is actually the same response from a certain perspective, from a divine perspective, perhaps. I don't know. I find it comforting to think that it can all reduce to unity. I find the insignificance of it comforting. But maybe you don't. Difficult to say. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing, J+? So, where we left off with the descent of Inanna, we left off at a very critical point. Inanna had determined to go to the realm of the dead to confront her sister Ereshkigal. She passes through the 7 gates of the lands of the dead, and she is stripped naked by the gatekeeper in 7 actions. And finally her robe is removed and her jewelry is removed, and she stands naked in front of her sister, and her sister kills her, beats her and kills her, and hangs her on a hook. And now, the next part that we get to read is her resurrection, so to speak. When 3 days and nights passed, Inanna had not returned. Who else was gone for 3 days and 3 nights? Do you know? Who can tell me who else was gone for 3 days and 3 nights before he was resurrected? When 3 days and 3 nights passed, and Inanna had not returned, then Ninshibur initiated lamentations at the ruins in her name. In the meeting hall she beat a drum for her, went in procession around the gods' temples, fingers scathing her eyes, mouth, thighs, wearing the plain single mantle of a beggar. Then by herself she traveled to Nippur and into Enlil's temple. Once she was inside his sanctified temple, she spoke to him thus: "Father Enlil, assure your daughter do not die in the underworld. Let not your shining silver be dulled by the underworld's dust, your valuable lapis lazuli smashed to bits for the stoneworker, your aromatic boxwood broken into lumber for the carpenter. No, don't let the divine priestess of heaven die in the underworld." And the patriarch, Enlil, replied with ire, "First my daughter desired vast heaven, then my daughter desired vast depths. Anyone who accepts the art of the underworld never returns. The one entering the dark city remains." Thus, the patriarch Enlil refused her aid. Then Ninshibur proceeded to Ur, and into Nanna's holy shrine. Once she was inside his sanctified temple, she spoke to him thus: "Father Nanna, assure your daughter did not die in the underworld. Let not your shining silver be dulled by the underworld's dust, your valuable lapis lazuli smashed to bits for the stoneworker, your aromatic boxwood broken into lumber for the carpenter. Don't let the divine priestess of heaven die in the underworld." And the patriarch, Nanna, replied with ire, "First my daughter desired the vast heaven. Then my daughter desired vast depths. Anyone who accepts the art of the underworld never returns. The one entering the dark city remains." Now, I wonder, what is it? If both Enlil and Nanna are Inanna's father, then who are Enlil and Nanna to each other? Co-fathers? Maybe they're lovers. Doubtful, but maybe. Thus, the patriarch Nanna refused her aid. Then Ninshibur proceeded on to Eridu, into Enki's holy shrine. Once she was inside his sanctified temple, she spoke to him thus: "Father Enki, assure your daughter do not die in the underworld. Let not your shining silver be dulled by the underworld's dust, your valuable lapis lazuli smashed to bits for the stoneworker, your aromatic boxwood broken into lumber for the carpenter. Don't let the divine priestess of heaven die in the underworld." And Father Enki said, "What took place? What did my daughter do? Lady Inanna, Queen of the world, and holy mistress of heaven, what took place? It disturbs me. I'm deeply distressed by this." And he drew an extraction of mud from beneath his fingernail, forming this mud into a kugara, a being neither male nor female. And he drew an extraction of mud from the nail of his other hand, forming this mud into the galator, a being neither female nor male. To the kugara he handed the food of life. To the galator he handed the water of life. Enki raised his voice to the kugara and the galator, saying, "Descend into the underworld. Slip into the door as a fly would. You will find the lady of the underworld, Ereshkigal, sewing." Soching? S-O-U-G-H-I-N-G. Does anyone know what that word is? Sewing. She will do so with the outbursts of a woman who is giving birth. There will be no linen garment upon her. Her breasts will be bare. Her hair will be disheveled, twirling about her head like leeks. When you hear her sigh, "Oh, my insides," repeat, "Oh, my insides." When you hear her sigh, "Oh, my outside," repeat, "Oh, my outside." When she hears this, the queen will be cheered and offer a gift. Request only the carcass which hangs on a hook upon the wall. One will sprinkle it with the food of life, the other will do so with the water of life, and then Inanna will rise up. So, to summarize here, it's all very sexy, in my opinion, right? Inanna descends to the underworld and is stripped naked in order to descend, and then she confronts her sister in an intense, violent action, and she is hung from the wall. And good morning, Eve. How are you doing? It's not morning from you, I'm sure. And then she is killed and hung from the wall. And then Enki does a work of cosmic creation. He takes dirt from his fingernails and turns them into non-binary divinities. And then he says those non-binary divinities are to sneak into the underworld, where they will find Ereshkigal naked in a fit of passion. And they must join her in the passion and go, "Oh, my insides. Oh, your outsides." Sounds pretty sexy to me. And she will be very grateful for the services delivered, and give you the corpse of Inanna, which you can then resurrect. So that's the message of the story. I think it's very enigmatic and interesting. I really wonder what people from the city of Ur 4,000 years ago thought of this tale. And I'll never know. But I know how it impacts me. So that's a little something, right? Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. So, that concludes for today our reading of the Descent of Inanna. We will resume tomorrow with more. There is something in my throat. It did. I had a really excellent consult last week, and I saw an old friend of mine. It was really nice to reconnect with her. Yeah, I should be getting surgery in like a year, maybe. We'll see. We shall see. Thanks for asking, Mama Bear. How are you doing? Good morning, Katie. It's nice to see your little icon up there. So, now we will say Arati. And the word Arati means flame. In Sanskrit, here we have our flame. And it's a repetition of various names for God, right? We repeated a few names earlier. What did we say? We said Inanna, we said Nana, we said Enki, we said Enlil, we said Kugara, we said Galator, we said Ereshkigal, right? These are all names of the divine. They all have different properties, personality traits. And yet they are all the same, right? They all ask us to point our attention in the same general direction. Beyond. Beyond what? I don't know. Maybe it's all right here. Yes, I'm streaming a little bit early today, Batya. Actually, I'm streaming early because I have a meeting with a friend of mine who lives in Bethlehem, who rewrote a paper together. And I'm going to be talking to her about that paper. I'm doing an interview for a follow-up thing. So I will be calling Bethlehem shortly. Cuddling with your dogs. Very good. So, we will say Arati and then Kaddish, and then I will leave you for the day. And I will return tomorrow with the whole same deal. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. So with that... Jaya Jaya Arati Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jaya Arati Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidura Navanita Chora Jaya Jaya Arati Venkantaramana Venkantaramana Sankataharana Sitarama Radhe Rama Jaya Jaya Arati Gauri Manohara Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Samba Sadashiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jaya Arati Raja Rajeshwari Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sindari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jaya Arati Anjaneya Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jaya Arati Dattatreya Dattatreya Trimutriyavatara Jaya Jaya Arati Adityaya Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sanistaraya Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sankaracaya Sankaracaya Advaita Guravi Jaya Jaya Arati Sadgurunata Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jaya Arati Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jaya Arati Agastya Munaye Agastya Munaye Shirama Priyaye Jaya Jaya Arati Ayapa Samine Ayapa Samine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jaya Arati Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jaya Arati Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Gurupho Namaha Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala Natatrasya Bhati Natanjakaratam Nimavyo Bhati Kutaya Magni Tomeva Bantamanandi Sarvam Tasya Basya Samidam Bibanti Om Gange Kayamane Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmate Siddhikaveri Hiyaha Namastitam Namo Namaha. Hi Kate, it's so nice to see you. Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandusha Saka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Kayena Vacha Manasendriyarva Buddhyat Manava Prakrite Sabhavat Karomyad Yad Sakalam Parasmahe Narayanayiti Sarmar Payami Savadharmam Prapichayam and become Savanambraja Aham Sva Sarva Papayo Mokshayami Masucha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these I dedicate to you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here with me today, for saying these words with me today, and so many other days. I find a lot of comfort in that, knowing that you all are here and that you all care. You know, it's very lonely to be a human. I'm sure you know, right? So whatever tiny bits of connection we can get are valuable. So we will conclude today with the mourner's Kaddish. So the word Kaddish means holy in Hebrew, or Kadosh means holy. Kaddish means prayer, perhaps. Right? And there's a goddess. Her name is Kaddish. Here she is. She rides a lion. She arouses Egyptian gods left and right. Right? So the word is multivalent. It means many things. And today, for this prayer, it refers to death. Somehow, it came to have that meaning over the course of centuries. When people were grieving, when they were mourning, when something terrible happened to them, when they lost loved ones, they would say Kaddish. So, we will say Kaddish together today to remember all of those people and non-people, all of those living things who have come before us for the last 3.8 billion years, and all of their suffering, and all of their deeds, and how all of those things in combination produced you and me, so that we too can suffer and do deeds and produce more life in the forever cycle. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? So nice to catch you again. What are you up to today? How are you feeling today? Yeah, you've arrived at the very end of the stream. Just about to say Kaddish. Words that for the last 2,500 years, give or take, my ancestors have said in response to death. I'm doing okay. Like, I'm in a pretty good mood. I have a headache. I've had a headache for the entire week. Since I got home from my trip, I've had a sinus headache down this side of my face, and it's, I wish it would go away. But, my cat's arrived. Hello, Mama Cat. Hello, yes, here we are, on the internet together. Would you like to say hello? No. She says, what's going on? I don't care about those people. Go get Discord. Install Discord so we can talk. Good morning, Kimmy. Gosh, all my friends arrive at the very last minute. I guess I should start streaming later, huh? But I've had appointments at 10 a.m. the past few mornings, so I've had to keep my stream a little early. How are you doing today, Kimmy? What are you up to? So, the words of the Kaddish. Ancient words, modern words. Ugh, cat. You want to rub your face on everything. The words sound like this. Hi, Kimmy. It's so nice to see you. You're so consistent, and I love it. Makes me feel loved. Morning's Kaddish goes like this. For the 8th time. The words, they sound like this. Yid kadal, vid kadash, Shema rabba. Biama divrach yote, vyamlich malchute. Berchaychon, vyomechon, vchayede kol be Israel. Bagala, vizman kariv vimru. Amen. Yehe Shema rabba mevarach li'olam, amei amaya. Yid barach, vishtabach, vid ba'ar, vid urman, vid azeh. Vid hadar, vid haleh, vid halal, Shema de kudisha, berechu. Leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, demiran biama vimru. Amen. Yehi shlamar rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'chol Yisrael vimru. Amen. O se shalom b'mramav, huya ase shalom, aleinu v'chol Yisrael vimru. Amen. O se shalom b'mramav, huya ase shalom aleinu v'chol Yisrael. Vimru, vimru, amen. Thanks for joining me today. So, in 7 minutes, I have a meeting with a collaborator of mine from Palestine. We wrote a paper about mushrooms together 4 years ago. 4 years ago, gosh. And I'm republishing that paper in my dissertation, and so I'm interviewing her to ask her about her experiences writing it and her experience doing biodiversity surveying in occupied Palestine. So that's going to be a nice thing. Mushrooms are so exciting. Yeah, you can read the paper. It's online. If you type in macrofungi of the Jerusalem and Hebron hills of Palestine, you can find the paper that what is it? Maximus Thaler and Aisha wrote together. It was before I had transitioned. Oh, hi. Good morning. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm not going to be here tomorrow because tomorrow I have to leave very early in the morning for some medical appointments because I've medicalized myself. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Is it okay? Oh, I'm in it. I thought I was below it.
You're in it.
Oh, well.
My dead name is Maximus Thaler with a Thaler, and Aisha's last name is Aisha Al-Walhash. I can't pronounce it because I don't speak Arabic. But just Google macrofungi of Jerusalem and Hebron hills of Palestine. You don't need to Google the author names. The author names will just show up. Mm-hmm. And you can see all the pictures of all the mushrooms we found in Al-Mashhur Valley 4 years ago. Yeah. So, yes, I won't be here tomorrow morning because I have a bunch of medical appointments because I want to convince a doctor to give me a new face. Turns out that is a process.
A new face is a process, never give up.
A new face is a process, never go. It's going to take a year. So tomorrow I'm talking to orthodontists and getting my face scanned. Um, so I will see you all on Friday. And we'll read more of the Descent of Inanna and we'll say all these words again. And it will be nice. And if you like, you can check out the links in my bio. Sarah, you should join the Discord server. It's important. We can chat more over there. And there's also ways of supporting the stream. You can leave a tip, or you can subscribe on Patreon, or you can send little silly emojis on TikTok. There's lots of ways to do it. Yeah, and I will see you all on Friday. Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye.